What's up, guys? I got some bad news. I recorded the intro with my phone and I lost it or deleted it with the footage of me working on my 69. So, y'all please hang around and watch me work on the 69. And I'm sorry that this is screwed up. It's my fault, not Jennifer's. I got to get the 69 out. I have the battery charger on it now. So, it has not been cranked, and I don't know when. That carburetor on it belongs to my buddy Russ. He's wanting to take the fuel injection off his truck. He wants that carburetor back. Or, I told him he could come get whatever, but he could dig through my parts. But that is his carburetor. He gave it, loaned it, borrowed it to me whenever we got that car running about a year or so ago. So I'm going to get his carburetor off, and we're going to find one on the shelf, see if I can't get it cleaned up, dug out, maybe a kit put in it, and throw it on the 69 today because I want to drive that car. We never drive it. I want to go ahead and find some different tires and wheels for it. The battery in this was bad, so I took the one out of my Camaro, and it's been on charge for a few hours. So I'll oh God, that smells terrible, don't it?
I don't smell anything.
Oh gosh.
I don't smell anything.
Oh, that's rotten fuel. Ugh. Hop inside, baby. Hit starter, and let's see if it's going to spin over before I pour any gas in it. You go ahead and be getting in, and let me go get a rag. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll get the rag soaked in gas to put the fire out with.
Okay.
Spin it over, babe. Or see if it's going to spin over. Spin it over. Okay, hang on. Well, let's see.
It's gonna smoke, isn't it?
Give it a little drink. What was that song at the time? Take a little smoke. Drink a little drink.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if she's going to hit now. Yep. Keep it alive. And I always talk bad about Elbrock.
Yeah, I still don't like them.
Oh, wow. Squeaky squeak. Lord, that thing's filthy.
Okay.
I was trying not to run it very
The
long.
windshield's so dirty I couldn't see anything.
This whole
the sun
thing.
got on it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I ain't running into nothing.
This whole thing's
Needs
filthy.
a love.
Needs a bath.
Bath.
It needs me to get off my butt and do something with it.
Let's
I
do it.
love this car. God, I love this car.
After the spiel.
I know. Well, I'm having mixed feelings. I want a blower.
I don't want you to cut a hole in something pretty, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would not cut this hood.
And I don't want you going without a hood either. I like it better when it's cut out to fit it.
I would just find an aftermarket hood of some sort and trim around it. Because I have another motor for this car. Because I did not want to hot rod this motor. This motor is like your Chevelle. This is the matching number,
Right.
engine, transmission, and the whole shebang. So I've got another motor that I could put in here. Nice little aluminum headed 302, nice little roller cam and roller rockers and all the normal stuff that we do to them. But anyway, and put a blower on it. I like the look of that scoop. See?
I do too. I don't think you should do it to this one. I think you should buy you something to put a blower on.
Agreed. Y'all heard that. All right.
I do. You buy something that you can chop up and do what you want to with it.
Okay. That's all I wanted you to say. I'm happy now.
Well, you know I was going to say that.
Okay, guys. I am looking for a 1955, not a Chevrolet, a custom line.
What's a custom line?
It's kind of the Ford's version of the 55 two-door post.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing. I wanted to put a blower on that 55. But
good.
That car is going to be a ways out. Because it's going to have to have.
So your impatience
Yes.
did the best of you?
Yes.
Okay.
So that car is going to need everything. And which I'm fine with it. We'll get there eventually, Lord willing. But if I found something kind of decent, I've got the 460 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Once I find me a block to transfer it all into, and I put a blower on the 460.
Anybody have a block, let Wesley know.
Yeah.
So he can get started on his project sooner.
Good Lord, baby. Now that gas smells terrible. How long has this been sitting in this car?
The last time we drove it somewhere was probably the Neil and them's baby shower, wasn't it? As far as like to town.
Dylan's baby shower?
Remember at his grandfather's house we went? You were stealing Katie's thunder, remember?
Oh yeah. The baby just turned 2.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So I don't remember us going anywhere in it, really, since then. So 2 years.
Okay. Well then. All right. So I got the new carburetor mounted. I got it cleaned up. Checked all my screws and bolts, make sure everything was tight. My throttle linkage would not work. I dug through my junk. I found this. I don't know where it even came from.
Super fancy though.
I might have to do some more adjusting on it. So too fancy for this car.
Nah.
I had to move the coil from here. I mounted it right there. Vacuum advance, PVC valve, fuel line's tight, carburetor snug, brackets on. Oh, got to plug those. All right, so those are plugged off. Coils hooked up. Let's get it fired up. Let me go right here and get a little bit of that gas. Get that carburetor primed, because I might have to adjust these throttle bracket before I go tuning on it, depending on where it's going to idle.
Okay.
Because it's got that cable pulled tight right here. There ain't very much coming this way.
Mm-hmm.
So might have to loosen this and slide it forward. Since this thing was running, probably going to take long to fill that carburetor up, but go spin it over. I'll work the throttle.
Okay.
If I holler, kill it, kill it.
Let me know when you're ready.
Ready? Hang on, baby. Now let me check the water in this thing.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
What?
It's got pressure on it. All right, fired up again, Beth. What's the temperature say?
It says on the seat. It's not showing us hot unless it's not working. It moved to middle now.
I just moved the sending unit of the connector. It's all the way in the middle?
It's more toward the cold.
Okay. Let me see what I got to do to make this air cleaner work.
I always thought that thing was pretty. Remember your Christmas presents?
Well, the valve covers was already on it when we got the car.
I know, but didn't I get that for you for
Yeah,
Christmas?
you bought this for me for Christmas to match my valve covers.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, I think so too. Let me get this right here dealt with, and we'll make a test drive down the road.
Okay.
It ain't boiling. It's hot.
Too hot?
No, I
We didn't
mean,
hurt it, did we?
no, it's not that hot, but the carburetor's running better than the Elderbrock did. But we still got to do some fine tuning. Here's my issue. This car's been sitting for a while. Well, it's been sitting for years, even before we bought it, like from the 90s, early 90s. And I want to start driving it around some, and it runs hot. It takes a long time for it to creep up there, but once it does, it stays. So I have flushed the radiator. Now when I say flush, I pulled all the hoses off, run the water hose in it, blew any kind of nastiness, gunk, just hold muddy water out. I've tried it with a thermostat, without a thermostat, and it's still heating up. So I ordered a new water pump for it, and maybe, in my mind, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking because the car's set up since around 91, that the impeller has rusted on the rear of it. Maybe it's thin, broke off, because when you take the cap off, water don't circulate real good. You can look at it and watch it, and it's not moving very fast at all. So I'm going to pull the radiator, all the accessories. Let's get the water pump off, and the timing chain cover is busted. I forgot about that. See right here where it's cracked right there. So I think I have another one on the shelf over there that I can clean up and put back on. I'm going to pull it all apart, change the timing chain cover because that one's cracked, put a new water pump on it. But before I button it all up, I'm probably going to take it up to the house, put the water hose in there, and try to blow anything out of the block, whether it's sludge or just so nasty rusty water or whatever might be trapped in there, and put it all back together. I'm also going to run the water hose. Once I have the radiator out, I'm going to flush it real good with a water hose, see how it flows from the top to the bottom, make sure nothing's trapped in there, and put it all back together with a fresh pump and a new thermostat. I think I got a 170 because I had a 160 or a 180 in it, but no matter what I've done, it still wants to run hot. Y'all hang out. We're going to try to see if we can't get this swapped out and see if this old girl will run cool. Then I'm going to either throw another carburetor on it off the shelf or tear this one down. It runs, but it's still not to my likings. That's what we're going to do. So let's get started. I guess whatever trash within that carburetor has broke loose because it runs terrible now.
Well, it won't even go in gear, huh? Without dying?
Yeah. Which I didn't want it to warm up and heat up terribly, terribly bad. So hold that radiator right there. All right, pick up on it. This car is very, very, very solid. It's not bent up neither, where people have hooked chains and snatched on it. Here, I'll show you. You can still see the rubber plugs down there. in the frame rail. Just solid and straight. Yes, I know. She's not a show queen. But is she solid and straight? She is. I'm gonna wish I'd picked me up one of these hoses, I bet. Oh, wow. That's bad.
What's bad?
That's all busted and brittle and rotten.
So it's a good thing you did this, huh?
I'm curious to see what the backside looks like. Probably fixing to make a mess.
Yep. Yuck.
Ford got the distributor location right. Chevrolet got the one-wire distributor right. They should have put it in the front. And they also got their water pump right.
Your Chevrolet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the FE motors are similar to a Chevrolet. They're just bolted on. See if this impeller looks terrible. In a way, I hope it does. Nope. I mean, it's nasty in there. And it's got corrosion in there. The only thing is, dadgummit. Golly, it smells like a house fire. That smells terrible. Probably all the junk's gonna be in the block now.
So what do you do now?
Let's drive it like this from now on.
Okay, well, you won't get far.
I say you pull this off right here and let me loop the transmission line around and I'm gonna drive it up to the house real quick. Kill it.
It ain't gonna hurt it?
No. And I'm gonna stick the water hose in there and see what I can't blow out. I can't remember if I got a thermostat. Nope. Oh, I know what I done.
What?
I cut the center out of one. I tried the thermostat and I tried the no thermostat and then I cut the center out of one.
What does that do?
It just slows the water down. Trying to try different things where to run cool, but nothing helped. I just cut the center out of it, slowing the water down, because I tried. It didn't have a thermostat in it when we got it. Then I put this thermostat in it, and nothing changed. Then I cut the center out of it. Still nothing changed.
Okay.
That's the reason I'm thinking the water passages in the blocker stopped it. I was hoping that this impeller was shot. That's what I was hoping for. But anyway. See what the temperature's saying.
On the hotter side.
Already?
Yeah. It's more toward hot than it is cold. Still hot?
Yep. So no shorter drive than from the shop to here. This right here, it's so hot I can't touch it. That water coming out of there. It just don't make a lot of sense to me. Like my old Red Ford truck takes forever to build heat. This thing has not run for, what, 2 minutes?
If that. It would probably wasn't that long. Is it cooler yet?
No, touch it with your hand. See how clear it is? Touch it with your hand.
It's warm.
Touch that.
Yeah, that's a lot harder.
Starting to run like crap.
What? Motor?
Yeah, the stripper's getting wet.
Oh. You get a towel and put over it?
Nah, that's all the flushing I can do. I just want to get it hot. See if anything would break loose. I mean, it's flowing out of the other side, flowing out of the intake. So I don't know.
Maybe it's the radiator.
We're fixing to flush it too. See what the temperature is on it now.
It's still cold.
Yeah, the water's just barely lukewarm. All right, cut it off, babe. Let's go to the radiator. But this radiator, I mean, you can look at it and tell it's not. It's new, but it was new 20 years ago or longer. So the other day when I done this with everything hooked up, I just pulled it all off and let the water run through it. And this was flowing fine. But when you take the cap off with the engine running, with everything hooked up like it's supposed to be, the water pump wasn't circulating. That's spotless in there. There's nothing in there. So I don't think this was the problem. Good Lord.
Yuck.
I just don't think it stopped up. Okay. I don't know what else to do to it. New water pump. Newer radiator that's flowing fine. Put a new thermostat in it and we'll see. Moving on. Wish I had the gaskets. I had to put the timing chain cover on tonight. Let everything be set. So anyway, got her tore down, got the old timing chain cover off. Here it is right here. I needed one that had all the same bolt holes with a fuel pump and a dipstick tube. And you can see this one is C88E, so I'm pretty sure that's 68 what that means. This one is newer, but it has all the things I'm looking for. The only difference is this bolt right here will need to be a little longer, and it has the dipstick location. It's a little bit different, but not enough to worry about. So it'll work. All right, guys. It is a week later. Something's in just flew in my eye. A bug flew in my eye. My eye still there?
So far.
Okay. Got our cylinders back. John at J&W Hydraulics out of Laurel has hooked us up. I took them to get the packing for the cylinders. You following me?
Mm-hmm.
So Bradley took it all apart and sent me up there to get it. And I called and they said, yeah, they had it. When I got up there, they did not have it.
Okay.
So John, being such an awesome guy, he told me to leave them with him, that he felt bad that I made the trip. So he was going to order the packing and repack both cylinders. So I went back yesterday, which was a week later, to pick them up. He said no charge.
Oh, wow.
I tried to pay him. He's like, nope, this one's on me. He
Oh,
said,
wow.
you're like an hour and a half away. And he said, you made the trip, and I told you I had the parts and didn't have the parts. And he said, so for your time and effort, he said, this one's on me. So
That's awesome.
I know. I was like, are you serious?
Wish Walmart would do that.
I know. I was like, that kind of stuff never happens to me.
I know.
So, John, thank you very, very much. We greatly appreciate you taking care of us on these cylinders. And the gaskets come in for the 69 Mustang. So I have a new thermostat housing, bypass hose. I did not know which size it took, so I got both. And front seal, fuel pump, all of that. Nobody had any parts in stock or any gaskets in stock for a small block Ford 302. Times are changing.
Yeah.
Bradley is here. He's going to help me install these cylinders, get them hung, plumbed, filled up with fluid, and get all the air out of them. And I'm going to get back on 69. I'm hoping that it don't run hot no more.
Yeah.
New water pump, new thermostat, all new gaskets, flush the radiator, flush the block. I don't know what else to do, baby doll. If it still runs hot after this, then I guess from the car setting up all these years since like 1991, then the engine might have a blockage in it. But when I put the water hose in there, it flowed. It made the loop, made the circle. So, all right. So, are you set up right there where you want to be? Mm-hmm. One hand on it. Go in, or you go up a little bit? No, I can go in right there. No jokes.
I didn't say anything.
I told you it wasn't gonna be that bad. I wasn't stressing. I knew you had it figured out. Just like that. I have been lost without my lift. I guess I'm spoiled. Yay! Working. Working. Okay, next day. You know what today is, huh?
Madison's birthday.
Today is Toot Bug's birthday. Well, I'm gonna finish this. When you wasn't here yesterday, I run into some boo-boos.
Uh-oh.
This is not the original fan. This is not the original fan spacer. That is the original bolts. That is the original pulley. When I put the original spacer and fan back on, the bolts hit the water pump. The stock fan did not fill the radius of the shroud up. Like there was a gap all the way around. We're going to try this for now, man. I just want to see if it's going to run hot. That thing's going to rob like 20 horsepower. It's going to sound like a helicopter. All right. I'm going to set the radiator in here.
Okay.
And see if it's even going to work. Okay. Let's go for that.
I don't think it's going to hit. You?
No?
It's farther out than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, me too. I'm probably not going to like this.
Why?
I'm not going to like the fan. But if the car runs cool, stays at 180, don't try to overheat no more, I'll just do some research and see what clutch fan will work. Put your hand over that and see if you can feel air coming out.
Yeah.
All right, let me close the top of it up and then do it again.
Yeah.
Like a good force or
No.
put this like mash it. You want to do that one?
Okay.
Oh, the radiator ain't stopped up. It's hard to get in tight places. Okay. Well, so much for that.
I knew it looked kind of close.
Now I know why they had a small fan on there.
Mm-hmm.
Come look right here. Well, it's not gonna work.
So what'd you do? Do a different hose that goes out farther and higher or something?
You probably could, but I don't have a different hose to fit this.
Ooh.
And that is the original hoses. Or see that part number on there?
Mm-hmm.
So, son of a gun. I guess I'll put the whole fan back on.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Take all that back off?
You just gotta pull the radiator.
Okay. The shroud too?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, all that back off then.
Yeah, the radiator and the shroud. Okay. Spent all day working on the fan. We're gonna do one in there. If we get one, the rest of them follow. See there?
Yeah.
Overthink stuff. Good thing I did SOS and polish that thing out. Huh? That's some old hoses. I hope they last.
Why? Because of the fitting on them?
I just like them. They're the original style hoses. The clamp is stapled to the hose. And it's got the part number and all right there. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
I'm weird. I like weird stuff like that. But it wouldn't have been original for long if we'd cranked it with that other fan on it.
Yeah. Did it even touch it?
Oh yeah, when you bumped the key, I was watching it. And it stopped right at it and touched it.
Mm.
So, and as sharp as them blades are, it sliced right on through it. I'm taking this open. So we're doing good right there. But guess what? The gauge in the car is pegged out.
What does that mean?
Either the wrong sending units in the car or in the intake, or the gauge is bad. I can put some manual gauges in it. I just didn't want to. I was hoping the original was going to continue to work. But if it was running hot, it'd be just boiling out of the radiator. Yeah, see, it's moving water. Before, it wasn't moving any water. I don't see no leaks anywhere. Thermostat housing ain't leaking, water pump ain't leaking, timer chain cover ain't leaking.
So what happened?
It burnt real big.
Did it burn you?
A little bit. bad air pocket.
How'd you know it was supposed to do it?
Because I seen it rising in the funnel. And it was rising. And then when you shut it off, it just said, where'd you say the temperature gauge was?
Right in the middle.
Crank it back up, yeah. All right. Moving water. Circulate good. It could be corroded, could be bad. 170. Everywhere I've shot it at the thermostat housing, at the temperature sending unit, everywhere I've shot at, this is reading between 170 and 180, 175, and this one right here is around 180, 185. So I just, for some reason, I have this terrible feeling the way this thing's acting, that the water passage is stopped up in the engine somewhere. Because with a direct fan pulling that much air, a free-flowing radiator, no air is blocking it, new thermostat. Of course, I always drill a 1/8 hole in the top of them to let pressure come through, steam and water. Everything from here to here is flowing and circulating like it's supposed to be. When it reaches this engine block, I don't think it's circulating like it's supposed to. I just believe that all the years that it's set up, because you've seen the chunks of rust that was in these hoses and all that stuff that had, I mean, it looked like the bottom of a ship.
Yeah.
So I believe the engine block is the same way.
But all that flushing wouldn't have got that out?
Not with just a regular water hose. It would need taken apart and vatted and cleaned properly. You remember all the stuff that come out of your 307.
Yeah. Well, that's not good.
But what I'm going to do to take all the guessing out of it is I'm going to take this temperature sending unit out, and I'm going to screw me a manual gauge in there. I got some up there. And we'll get all these transmission lines hooked up, and we'll run it, drive it down the road, and see what that manual gauge says.
Okay. Yeah, because all that could be old and not working good anymore.
All right, guys. This is going to end this video because we're fixing to go eat some cake. Thank y'all guys for hanging out and watching and playing the guessing game with us on a little 302 that I don't know if it's running hot or not yet. We will get it figured out and get back with y'all because I'm going to drive this car. Bad. Real bad. Thanks for the comments and the subscribes also. Catch y'all on the next one.
Bye.